Hey, you can't just call dibs. Stop. You can't get all willy-nilly with dibs. Dibs is the only thing that holds society together.
First Dibs question today, sponsored by Trantolo and Trantolo Personal Injury Law Firm. Keith and Scott are third-generation Trantolos to be helping serving the public. Over 85 years experience. The law office is Trantolo and Trantolo. Very charitable in the community. Save some time. Dial 844-999-9999. All right, what was our favorite Super Bowl commercials last night?
I'm getting refreshed on some of the ones that happened because, they're $7 million for 30 seconds this year. So a lot of people didn't afford doing two. They did one and done, and then they were out of it. There are a couple of ones that got me. They were just, I don't know. Kurt poo-pooed this before the show. I really like the one where the NFL players were all a bunch of birds.
Like
absolutely. The Ravens.
It's fantastic.
Thank you,
the
Dibs.
Seahawks.
Yes.
The Eagles.
They were
one
flying
of the Eagles went in and caught a fish. Came out
with his mouth. It's like
it was original. It wasn't amazing, but it was original.
Oh, that was so funny. Kurt didn't know what it was for.
It was just dumb.
It was, yes.
It was like a bad acid trip from the 90s, man.
I like the Dun Kings.
The Dun Kings, I thought was hilarious.
Ben Affleck, Matt Damon, Tom Brady, and J-Lo. And the line is at the end where she's like, "But Tom, you could stay."
I know. And then look on his face. He's hilarious.
I
love Tom Brady. I thought Matt Damon was funny in that too.
And if you don't get his donuts at the end thing, is when in Good Will Hunting, when they win an Academy Award, he says, "How do you like them apples?" When he gets the girl's phone number, he says, "How do you like them donuts?"
I loved it.
He apologized.
I loved it.
Very well done.
That was ranked number 2 according to Ad Meter as far as the best Super Bowl commercial yesterday. One that was in the mix in the top 10 that I liked was Talkin' Walkin', when Christopher Walken is trying to order something. He's just driving around the world, and everybody's got a Christopher Walken impression to do for him when he's, doing his thing. And did you guys see that one? I love that one.
I saw it. I liked Arnold Schwarzenegger and Danny DeVito. They brought back twins for, what was it, Allstate?
Allstate. And
State Farm.
This spot is titled Neighbor. Yeah, you're right, State Farm. Entitled Neighbor, because Arnold could not say the word neighbor right. He's saying it neighbor. And they're like, "No, Arnold, we need to do that again." What is neighbor? And then that's when Danny DeVito comes in and says it right for him. And ranked number 1 in the Ad Meter. That was the number 1 spot. Yeah. Most memorable was neighbor. I like the Born to Play one. The kid they're trying to promote
from Ghana,
yes,
from Africa,
NFL Africa that's coming on. I thought that made me cry, man. Brought a tear to my eye, dude. I was a mess before kickoff. I was a mess. The Frank Sinatra "My Way" thing had me in tears, just tears running down my face, like. Because I was thinking my mom and dad, and I was just thinking like the journey that these guys go on, and almost everyone, when you talk to somebody from the Super Bowl, a lot of the story is, I never would have thought when I started Pop Warner football that I would be here. Never would have dreamed of it. And it doesn't matter who you're talking. You can talk to Tom Brady about it. Like every single one of them has a different football story. And just that, man, with the parents talking about their kids or the sister talking about the brother, with the backdrop of Frank Sinatra in Vegas, just, man. I can't take it. I had to excuse myself.
Kurt, any other commercials you like?
What one you got, Kurt?
Nothing else. No, you hit all the ones that were well played, I thought.
What's the deal with aliens?
So that was the one you were talking about.
But there was about 5 or 6 that had some kind of flying saucer or alien. And it was like, what is our fascination with this again for? Is there like an Independence Day coming out? I mean, I don't understand why there were so many spaceship ads yesterday.
I don't know. I think one was for Mountain Dew, maybe. No?
Yeah.
One was for Mountain Dew, and that was, I thought that was like, okay, aliens are on top of us, but who cares, man? This new Mountain Dew's coming out.
Some of them I thought were stretched.
Yeah, I have the lots of aliens comment is right next to the do commercial notes on my game notes.
I liked the couch potatoes.
The
I
couch
think
potatoes was
Pluto
cool.
TV
It
was trying to
different,
promote
right?
their stuff that they grow more couch potatoes these days than they ever have, and people turning into potatoes just watching stuff.
Love the Clydesdales. They bring the Clydesdales back, and the dog leads the way through the snow and
Yeah.
then licks the horse's nose. So whenever you throw
Budweiser.
animals in the mix, I'm there for that ad as well.
Budweiser. I did think that it was overloaded, man. Overloaded with commercials and ads. I know it is every year, but it felt like, gosh. I know they were getting tired at the end. In the first half, I was thinking, how could you get tired? There's so many commercial breaks. You got extra minute and a half here, minute and a half there. Gosh, just to get to I thought the game was supposed to start at 6:30.
Oh, I
6:45, my count.
I like the girl from Saturday Night Live with the cat and the Hellman's commercial.
Tina Fey?
Kate McKinnon.
Oh, yeah.
And her cat says mayo,
Yes.
and because I'm a Hellman's guy. Love mayonnaise.
And it goes viral.
Yeah.
Yeah, it was, I don't know. All in all, I thought as a collection, I thought they were kind of weak. For $7 million, is it because you're spending so much on the ad time that you don't put any time into the actual commercial?
By the way, the Temu one, if you don't know who Temu is, I do because my brother, it's like Amazon, but lot cheaper.
Okay.
And this is a couple years ago. They only had like 85,000 subscribers. They're up to 52 million now.
Did they have a
So-
commercial?
Yes, they did. And they're rivaling Amazon, who has 67 million. So Temu is the new player in town. I always wonder some of these startups where they get the money from, but some of these, like you still have a lot of the different computer type things that had ads and things like that. And so Temu is your new big shot on the block, so to speak, because of how many people buy their cheap stuff.
What was the Messi one where they threw Messi a ball and everybody was trying to stop him?
That was
making everybody-
I think it was a Mick Ultra commercial. It was a beer commercial.
and we
that
saw
was a good one.
Ted Lasso running through there. Oh, yeah, and then he kicks the ball to Dan Marino, who's on a boat.
Throws it back.
Yep. To him. And then wasn't there one, I don't even know what, I think this was another like Paramount or Amazon commercial. Maybe it was the Timo one where you had all these like characters standing around like a cartoon character with the guy from Harry Potter, and then you had Tua, and they ended up throwing one of the characters.
Oh,
and
no,
Tua
you
wasn't
had
gonna do
Captain
it.
Picard.
Captain Picard. was
Yeah,
yeah.
I don't remember what that one was, but yeah, that one was tired.
There's so many of them. It's like, I don't know what the hell that was for. I have no idea what we were just advertising
That's
for.
great because you
I
just
know.
spent $7 million
That's
on
right.
it. You got nothing out of it because we don't even know what your product is.
I know the Uber Eats just because the pre-Super Bowl commercial of David Beckham and his wife talking about who's going to be in the Super Bowl commercial. I thought that was brilliant because then you see Jennifer Aniston and whatever the other dude is, Schwarmer, whatever his name is, David Schwimmer. He's in it with her.
with Friends, yeah.
So I mean, that's one where Uber Eats. You're going to remember that because I remembered it from when they had the commercial about the commercial that they're going to have in the Super Bowl. So at least they let you know what it was going to be for.
I think a lot of this is, and you were right, it is a Mick Ultra. Wow, how did you pick that up?
Because I saw the
Wow.
girl pouring the beer. She's in a couple different Mick Ultras. I couldn't hear a lot of the commercials, so mine's
Right.
just watching them. And I was like, oh, look at Lionel Messi. Yeah, okay, he's in one of these.
Kurt's right, though,
Beckham.
man. It's like, it really is a waste of money. It really is a big waste of money.
I agree.
But then, you talk about it on shows like this, and you got me looking them up on YouTube, and then you get another view that way.
Yeah.
Newsworthy.
Some of them are too much of a stretch.
Oh, so many.
Too much of a
So
stretch.
many of them.
All right. I was interested in who we had. I always forget who we had when I'm watching a lot of these games over the weekend. We didn't do the did we do the scores for UConn?
No, we were
Yeah, I
too
know.
nervous. Too
I think
nervous.
someone would have picked Caravan. He was due for a big game.
Yeah.
All right, we'll come back. We'll talk about who we had next on the Rob Dibble Show with Ben Darnell.
91 southbound dropping speed in